Have you ever pondered the enigmatic force that pulls others toward you, as if an invisible thread binds your essence to theirs? Is it merely the outward display of your character, your appearance, or the way you captivate those around you? Or could there be something far more profound at play, an intricate dance within the depths of the human soul? Perhaps the reasons people are drawn to you are woven into the very fabric of our shared, unspoken consciousness, resonating on a level beyond the tangible. In this video, we'll delve into Carl Jung's fascinating ideas on love, projection, the anima and animus, and why people are magnetically drawn to you, not for who you appear to be, but for what you represent in their inner world. Prepare to uncover the hidden forces that shape romantic attraction and discover the two profound reasons why someone truly falls in love with you. These reasons go far beyond surface-level qualities. They are the result of unconscious forces and the architecture of the human psyche. We often like to think of love as some magical accident, a spark that ignites out of nowhere. But according to Carl Jung, even the most sudden attraction follows a deeper order, an inner logic crafted not by chance, but by the unconscious. What feels like a spontaneous connection is rarely spontaneous at all. It's the visible result of invisible forces shaped by years of inner development, unprocessed emotions, and unmet needs. Behind every instant bond, there is a structure, an architecture of the psyche that guides us towards certain people and not others. This is where Jung introduces the concept of projection. Each of us carries hidden images within, fragments of who we are, who we were, or who we long to become. These images are often repressed, denied, or lost in the shadows of our unconscious. But they don't disappear. Instead, they wait and speak to us through others. When we meet someone who resonates with these inner fragments, we feel drawn to them in a way that seems mysterious, even magical. But here's the truth. It's not them we're seeing. It's a part of ourselves reflected in their presence. Imagine a person who has spent their life being cautious and reserved, maybe even fearful of emotional exposure. When they meet someone bold, expressive, and unapologetically free, they may feel captivated. But that feeling, it's more than just admiration. It's resonance. The other person embodies something dormant within them, something buried under years of suppression. The attraction is real, but the true force behind it is the unconscious mind responding to what it needs to evolve. This isn't about the other person. It's about the self wanting to grow. The first profound reason someone falls in love with you is because you represent something they lack. It's not just about opposites attracting. It's that opposites reveal what's missing. Think about it. A rational person might be drawn to someone deeply emotional. An introvert may fall in love with an extrovert. A structured soul may be fascinated by someone chaotic. This admiration isn't about the external. It's about the unmet internal need, the part of themselves they've never fully explored. But here's where it gets tricky. This admiration can easily slip into dependence if the person doesn't realize that what they admire in you is something they could nurture in themselves. They might cling to you, not out of genuine love, but out of an unconscious need. As soon as that need changes, or as soon as your humanity disrupts their idealized image of you, the attraction may fade. This is the danger of projection. It creates an illusion of connection, one that can't withstand the truth of reality. When the illusion breaks, the love built on it begins to collapse. Jung's theory doesn't stop at projection. He took things deeper with the introduction of the anima and animus, two powerful archetypes that shape how we experience love. For Jung, every man carries an unconscious image of the feminine, his anima, and every woman carries an unconscious image of the masculine, her animus. These aren't random preferences or social roles. They are deep archetypal images shaped by our earliest relationships, especially with parental figures, and by the collective symbols of femininity and masculinity, inherited from culture, myth, and the human psyche. These archetypes become emotionally charged blueprints, and we carry them unknowingly throughout our lives. So, what happens when we meet someone who seems to fit these deep-seated images perfectly? The attraction can be overwhelming. There's a sense of familiarity, as if we've known this person forever, even if we've just met. This can feel like destiny or soul recognition, as if there's some ancient memory reawakening. But Jung would caution us, this is not fate. It's not evidence of cosmic soulmates. It is the psyche seeing its own internal design reflected in another human being. The second profound reason someone falls in love with you is because you awaken a powerful, unconscious image they've carried deep within themselves. It's not about the way you look or even your behavior. It's about the essence of who you are. You represent something familiar to their inner world. Let's break this down. Someone might be attracted to you because you embody qualities their unconscious has been longing to see in the world. You activate an internal pattern that stirs powerful emotion in them. This can feel like an immediate, irrational connection. It's not about you. It's about the symbol you've become to their inner world. You become the living embodiment of something they need to recognize or develop within themselves. But here's the problem. When someone falls in love with an internal image projected onto you, they're not actually seeing you. They're seeing a fantasy. They are seeing the image they've created in their mind, based on the unconscious blueprint they've carried for years. And as soon as the real you begins to emerge, your flaws, your contradictions, your humanity, the fantasy begins to crumble. What once felt like destiny becomes confusing. What once felt perfect now feels complicated. This is where conflict begins to emerge. Disappointment follows, and the illusion breaks. This is why so many passionate relationships start with euphoria and end in chaos. They were never truly based on mutual understanding or genuine connection. Instead, they were based on archetypal projection, an unconscious script that was trying to play itself out in the real world. But here's the truth. No human can live up to an archetype forever. So, what happens when the real you starts to emerge? What happens when your flaws and imperfections disrupt the idealized version someone projected onto you? The love that once seemed so certain begins to collapse under the weight of truth. What seemed like divine connection turns into confusion. What once felt like a dream turns into a waking nightmare. But Jung didn't see this as failure. Far from it. He believed that these projections were not signs of failure. They were essential parts of our psychological growth. Love, according to Jung, isn't just about the feelings we have for someone else. It's about the transformation it ignites within us. Love, in this deeper sense, isn't just an emotion. It's a tool of transformation. When someone falls in love with you, they may believe they're seeing something magical in you. And in a way, they are. But the magic lies in what you awaken inside them. You're not just a person to them. You're a symbol, a turning point, a psychological invitation for growth. The same is true for you. The people you fall in love with, especially the ones who shake you, who change you, who break your heart, they are not random. They come into your life with purpose. Some people come to awaken something dormant within you. Some come to teach you something you've refused to learn. Others simply show you your own reflection, distorted or clear, depending on how ready you are to look. These people aren't accidents. They are catalysts for your inner evolution. Jung often referred to these encounters as synchronistic events. These are moments where two people meet at a precise moment, and the meeting feels deeply meaningful, yet there's no logical explanation for it. They may seem like coincidences, but according to Jung, they are not. These meetings, even the painful ones, are part of your unconscious development. They are not mistakes. They are signs that change has already begun. So, when someone falls in love with you, or you feel that deep pull towards someone else, ask yourself, what part of your soul is waking up right now? What unconscious need is being stirred? So far, we've explored how love and attraction are rooted in unconscious projections and archetypal images. But what about the deeper purpose of these relationships? How do they help us grow? Let's now delve into love as a catalyst for growth. How falling in love isn't just about finding someone to complete us, but about becoming whole within ourselves. Carl Jung's idea of individuation is at the heart of his theory on love. Individuation is the process of becoming whole, of integrating all parts of the self, both conscious and unconscious. Love, in Jung's view, isn't just about romantic connection. It's a tool for personal growth. When someone falls in love with you, or when you fall in love with them, it's not just about the other person. It's about what they awaken in you. The parts of yourself that were once hidden or repressed now have a chance to surface. You may fall in love with someone because they mirror something you've forgotten about yourself, or because they embody something you've never fully embraced. But here's the challenge. This awakening isn't always easy. It can stir up emotions, fears, and insecurities that we'd rather keep hidden. Sometimes, love brings out the best in us. Other times, it forces us to confront the darkest parts of our psyche, the parts we've avoided, denied, or forgotten. But Jung believed that this process, although uncomfortable, is necessary for our development. Love pushes us to grow. It forces us to face the parts of ourselves we'd rather not see. It teaches us about our own strengths and weaknesses, our hidden desires, and our unmet needs. You are not just falling in love with another person. You are falling in love with yourself. So, when someone falls in love with you, they may believe they are seeing something extraordinary in you, and in a way, they are. But the true magic lies not in what you are, but in what you awaken inside them. You are a symbol for something deep within them that they may not even fully understand. You are not just a person to them. You are a mirror, a reflection of their own inner world. The same is true for you. When you fall in love with someone, it's not just about the person in front of you. It's about the parts of yourself that they help you uncover, the parts you've been avoiding, the parts you've been searching for. Think about your past relationships. You might have fallen in love with someone because they gave you a sense of wholeness, or because they made you feel understood. But what you may not have realized is that they were helping you discover something within yourself that you had been suppressing or neglecting. The same is true for the people who fall in love with you. Every relationship, every person you fall in love with, is an opportunity to learn about yourself. Sometimes, this journey is smooth, filled with moments of joy and connection. Other times, it's tumultuous, filled with heartbreak, disappointment, and confusion. But every moment, every experience, contributes to your personal growth. Love, in its truest sense, isn't about finding someone who completes you. It's about becoming whole within yourself. It's about learning to love all parts of yourself, even the ones you've tried to hide. This process of self-discovery is often painful, but it is ultimately what makes us whole. Jung believed that love is not just about connecting with others. It's about connecting with yourself. Falling in love is a journey inward, a journey to discover who you really are. The illusion of perfect love. We often chase after the idea of perfect love, the one that will make us feel complete, fulfilled, and whole. But Jung would argue that this idea is a myth. Perfect love doesn't exist. The relationships we have are filled with contradictions, imperfections, and complexities. What makes love magical is not the perfection of the other person, but the imperfection that we see in them and ourselves. When we are willing to embrace our flaws, our fears, and our vulnerabilities, we unlock a deeper, more authentic connection. True love isn't about perfection, it's about acceptance. So, the next time you find yourself chasing after a perfect partner, or when you feel the pressure to live up to someone else's expectations, remember this. The love you're looking for isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about discovering the parts of yourself you've hidden away, the parts that only love can bring to the surface. Now that we've explored how love awakens our unconscious selves and serves as a catalyst for growth, let's dive deeper into the final realization: the role love plays in our journey toward becoming our authentic selves. We'll now discuss how love not only transforms us, but also helps us embrace who we truly are. At this point, we've explored how love is not just an emotion, but a powerful tool for self-growth. But there's one final realization that ties it all together. Love is not about completing you. It's about helping you become who you truly are. Jung's concept of individuation is key to understanding the true purpose of love. Individuation is the process of becoming whole, of integrating all aspects of the self, both light and dark, conscious and unconscious. It's a journey of embracing your full potential, understanding your deepest fears and desires, and ultimately becoming the person you were meant to be. Love, in Jungian terms, accelerates this process. When someone falls in love with you, or when you fall in love with them, it's not just about the surface-level attraction. It's about awakening the parts of yourself that have been dormant, hidden, or repressed. These parts of you may have been forgotten or neglected, but love has the power to bring them to the surface. The role of projections in self-realization. One of the most profound ideas in Jung's work is that love reveals to us what we need to see in ourselves. When someone falls in love with you, they are often projecting an inner image onto you. They may not be seeing you for who you truly are. Instead, they are seeing an unconscious image or idea they have about themselves. The same happens when you fall in love with someone. At first, this can feel like magic. The connection feels perfect. You may feel like you've met your soulmate, like everything just clicks. But as the relationship deepens, and as the projection starts to fade, the true work begins. This is where the process of individuation comes in. When the projections begin to fall away, and when you start to see each other as you truly are, with all your flaws, contradictions, and vulnerabilities, that's when the real growth happens. This is when love becomes a mirror. Love is not about finding someone who fits your idealized image. It's about meeting someone who challenges you, who forces you to confront the parts of yourself you'd rather avoid. When we stop looking for someone to complete us, and instead embrace the person who helps us uncover the hidden parts of ourselves, that's when we begin the journey to becoming whole. So when you fall in love with someone, or when someone falls in love with you, remember this. The love you're experiencing is not just about the other person. It's about what you are awakening inside each other. Love has the power to reveal your deepest fears and desires, your unhealed wounds, and your greatest potential. But the process of awakening is not always easy. It can stir up pain, insecurities, and confusion. At times, it might feel like everything is falling apart. But remember, this is part of the process. Love breaks us down so that we can build ourselves back up. It forces us to look at who we truly are, without the illusions and projections we've built around ourselves. The illusion of the one. We often think of love in terms of finding the one, the perfect person who will complete us, make us whole, and fill the emptiness inside. But Jung's view on love challenges this idea. There is no perfect person. There is no one who will make us whole. Instead, love is about learning to love all parts of ourselves, even the parts we're afraid to face. Love isn't about finding someone who will complete us. It's about discovering the parts of ourselves we didn't know we were missing. It's about seeing the world and the people in it with a deeper, more compassionate understanding. Love becomes real when we stop projecting our fantasies onto others and start seeing them for who they truly are. Flaws, contradictions, and all. At its core, love is a journey toward authenticity. It's about shedding the layers of false selves, projections, and ideals, and embracing who we really are. Flaws, imperfections, and all. When we understand love through Jung's lens, we see that it's not just about connecting with another person. It's about connecting with ourselves, becoming more self-aware, more self-accepting, and more whole. This is the final realization. Love isn't about finding someone who completes you. It's about uncovering the parts of yourself that you've hidden or forgotten. Love is a mirror that reflects who you truly are and who you're still becoming. So, the next time you feel that deep pull towards someone, or when someone falls in love with you, remember, it's not just about them. It's about your inner journey. Love is an invitation to grow and become your best self. When you understand this, love transforms from fantasy to reality. It becomes an authentic, grounded connection that helps you discover who you truly are.